Alright, so without too much ado, because the last episode that we did was the Mirror Universe episode, the episode before that was a crossover where you guys went back in time, uh, we will pick up at Deep Space Nine. Specifically, I'm going to have you guys entering the system.
Cool. I'm just in my captain's chair.
Okay.
Just waiting for us to get clearance to dock.
Okay. Dauntless, this is DS9 control. Clearance is granted. Proceed to docking pylon 3.
You heard him, Lieutenant.
Aye, Captain.
Okay.
And I will move the ship to docking bay 3.
Okay, let's do a control con roll, difficulty 0. And the Dauntless can assist with engines con.
Alright, I got that.
Nice start, guys. All right.
Free momentum!
Which is kind of the whole point. Yeah, but you guys have gotten practiced at this, navigating through DS9's orbital space and bringing the ship into dock is almost second nature by this point for you, Jonas. The docking, the tractor beams kind of help ease the Dauntless into place, the mooring's secure, and Dauntless is docked.
Do we have any official business, or are we finding out what's going on at, like...
There is, in fact, official business. Let's see. But before I get to that, let me set the stage just a little bit, because there are a couple of other ships in the area at the moment. One which you can see at the bottom of the screen is the Chimera. Also, the USS Challenger is in the area. Several Romulan and Klingon ships are as well. With that, you do get a hail from the from Captain Kurland on DS9.
Put it on screen.
Dauntless, this is Kurland. We've got orders from Starfleet Command that we need to share with you as soon as you have the opportunity.
Well, now's as good a time as any.
Okay, if you'll... Actually, think what would be a better way, what would be the best way to do this? Yeah, if you'll meet me at my conference room, bring your Admiral with you if you would.
Do, and I'm going to send a ping to Admiral to shake.
Okay. To shake here, go ahead.
Your presence is requested in Kurland's conference room.
Indeed. I will be there shortly.
I will join you.
Ends the communication. Okay, do you guys have anything that you want to do on your way off the Dauntless?
Make sure I'm not arrested?
Let me ask a slightly different question. Who is going to be staying on the ship, and who is going with the captain?
If he's allowed, Jonas would like to go with the captain.
19 is gonna people watch.
From the station or from the ship?
from the station.
Okay. Ram requests to go as well, Bianca.
Sorry, my cat was distracting me. What'd you say?
Ram requests to go as well.
Okay.
All right, let's see here.
My giant lizard buddy and I.
Yep.
Captain, is it alright if Jonas goes with you to the meeting?
Come along.
Thank you, Captain.
Okay. We'll cut to the conference room. Kurland is here, along with Admiral Quarty and the man you don't recognize. He's wearing a Starfleet intelligence. A man you don't recognize, who's got a scar across his one of his cheeks and is wearing a Starfleet intelligence uniform with the rank of captain. Captain Kurland says, "Everyone, please have a seat."
Well, Bianca takes her chair.
Okay.
Jonas will take a chair as well.
And Tishay kind of takes a seat at the opposite end of the table from Kurland. Kurland says, "All right, Captain, this is your briefing." The other captain says, "All right, I'll make this quick. I needn't say this, but I will anyway. Everything that is going to be discussed in this briefing is classified. None of it is to leave this room. Is everyone understood?" He just kind of looks around the room, and
Bianca kind of exchanges a glance with Jonas, and then she nods.
Jonas will nod.
"Commander, I've read your intelligence reports from the mission that you undertook several weeks ago. Actually, no, it wasn't even several weeks ago, was it? It was like a week ago in game time." We'll call it the Dranzuli mission for lack of a better phrase, because I can't remember the name of the planet. What was that? What was that stuff?
Oh, I said time is fake, especially in an RPG.
Right.
The name of the planet was either Kufano or Jodkor.
It was Kufano. Yep. Thank you for taking such detailed notes.
Yep, all the notes.
So the man wearing the man running the briefing says, "I've read your reports on the Kufano away mission. Based on that, and based on Zenkethi fleet movements, we have a window to strike."
Strike what exactly?
I'm glad you asked. We have a window to hit Zenketh itself. To raid their orbital shipyards and disrupt their manufacturing capabilities.
Jonas is going to side-eye the captain.
We know
if I may. I never get your name.
Drake.
Captain Drake. I am a little more worried on what we found on that planet than about the Zenkethi.
Commander, if you will permit me to continue my briefing, I'll get to your concerns.
And Bianca just sits back and shrugs.
We know the mainstay of the Zenkethi fleet is gathering for what we believe will be an attack on or near the Bajor system. To that end, we've called several ships from several fleets here, and we will be the mainstay of that portion of the effort. However, while the bulk of their forces are diverted, they will have only a small fleet defending their manufacturing facilities in orbit around Zenketh. We will send in your forces in waves. The first wave will attempt to draw away some of the Zenkethi from their manufacturing facilities. Dauntless will be a part of the second wave. We believe that when the Zenkethi fleet admiral sees Dauntless, that they will move to engage.
Probably correct.
When they do so, we will bring in additional forces to flank the Zenkethis and take out their manufacturing facilities. We'll be including 2 Steam Runner class vessels armed with tri-cobalt devices to this end. Now, Commander, to your concern, Starfleet Intelligence is also very concerned about what you found. That is why we believe we must end the Zenkethi war decisively. Allowing their forces to hit us here while we take out their ability to conduct continued operations will take the Zenkethi out of the fight.
Bianca just kind of chews on her bottom lip a little bit.
Any questions from anyone else in the room? Captain, Sisram speaks up. It is essential that we warn everybody in the Alliance fleets about the Herc threat. On the contrary, I've discussed this with Admiral Kwarty. We both believe that disclosing that information now would only spread panic, particularly among the Klingon Defense Force contingent. We might in fact lose them from the defense of DS9 and Bajor. We can't afford to do that. When the time's right, we'll reveal that information, but not before. Any other questions?
Has a diplomatic solution even been floated? I was involved with the Zenkethi ship in the last mission, and they had no quarrel with us.
That was the Zenkethi ship commanded by Neth Par, correct?
The same.
We're aware of that, Captain, Commander, and frankly, she has been an asset, but has not herself been able to make any inroads. And all attempts that we've made at opening diplomatic channels with the Zenkethi have failed. However, there is one additional Zenkethi whom we believe might be turned into a Starfleet asset.
I'm listening.
The admiral aboard that dreadnought is the one that you have encountered previously. And I'm having trouble remembering his name. I think it was Zen Tarak? No, that doesn't sound right. Hang on. Let me check my notes.
One moment, I might have it right.
Please no, I'm very agitated. I decided to do character development, not sit on this. 19 is just like, all of this is bad decision making.
Maybe this is it. Do I have anything there? I do not. Zenferic sounds right.
That does sound a little bit more accurate.
Maybe I have it in my jam notes. Yes, Zenferic. Drake continues, Captain, if the opportunity presents itself, I would like the Dauntless to attempt to capture Zenferic and bring him back to DS9.
We'll do our best.
That's all I can ask.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this idea. But I will carry it out as ordered.
Admiral Quarry pipes up, I would expect nothing less. Admiral, Captain, this is to Shake. Will we have access to any additional Alliance forces other than those already noted? The Klingons and Romulans have not been able to commit forces. If that changes, we will let you know.
Guess we're on our own then.
This briefing is adjourned.
And, as everybody's filing out, Bianca kind of takes Sisram and Jonas, they kind of walk out together, and she just shakes her head and she goes, I don't like this. Not one bit.
I'm not a fan of this idea either, Captain. It doesn't sit.
We should be fighting alongside them. We're going to need all the help we can get.
Especially with the numbers we saw on a single planet. If there are other planets much like that one, we're going to need help.
Right. Going and attacking their homeworld just... I get the point, but still feels like to me like we haven't done all we can.
We're just supposed to take out their manufacturing centers, right? That's all they want.
Yes, and bring the Admiral back if we can.
If we can. That's a big if.
Maybe we can convince him to come willingly. I don't know. Maybe that's a pipe dream.
There's always a chance.
I feel like we have to try.
I'd agree with that. I'd rather try and fail than not have tried anything.
Same here. Well, we have orders.
That we do.
Let's be about it then.
Aye, Captain.
Okay. 19, is there anything that you wanted to do while this was going on?
19 was just sitting on the promenade, watching people and attempting to just discern things like, why is that person doing that? What is that person's life like?
um, let me have you make an insight security roll. The difficulty here is going to be 1. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to make it 2 because 19 is not very familiar with humanoids.
That's very fair. Would my anthropology focus apply?
Yes.
Hey,
What you got? Oh, 2 successes.
2
Nicely done.
successes.
Okay. Things are tense. People are moving around with a sense of urgency. Um, you you get you get the feeling there's a tension just kind of hanging in the air here.
Huh. Interesting. And I also would have liked to have gone to, I'm assuming there's some sort of like satellite office for like the Romulan embassy or something.
Yes.
I would have liked to go there.
Okay. Let me see here. Just a second. I'm going to switch screens out. Okay. Uh, the clerk at the it's a rather small office. It doesn't look like they have an ambassador on board. Uh, the clerk who is sitting at a desk just looks up for a moment, almost does a double take, but mostly conceals the reaction and says, "May I help you?"
Perhaps. I am looking for information on an individual within the Romulan Republic.
I'll help if I can. What's the individual's name?
Naale Takota.
Dakota.
I believe they work within the political sphere.
Dakota. Yes, I do have information on that individual. She is an aide to Consul Moret.
Do I recognize that name at all?
No.
So that just gets a head tilt.
Consul Moret is a senior senator in the in the Republic government. From what I understand, he has a somewhat close relationship with Proconsul Detan. Would you like me to forward a message along to this individual?
Is there a data packet I can receive of some? I'm attempting to recover memories.
I see. There is some information I can share, yes. I can forward a dossier if that will be of use. I say a
That would
dossier like a profile, basically.
that would be acceptable.
Okay, and what ship are you stationed aboard?
The Dauntless.
Ah, Starfleet vessel. Very well. I will have this information sent to your account aboard the Dauntless. Is there anything else?
What precisely will the information contain aside from simple personal information?
Year of birth, career highlights,
Any information on if this person was involved in newsworthy information, images?
anything newsworthy could I could compile any newsworthy information and send that along to you. Yes.
That is appreciated.
Will there be anything else?
No.
Jalan
There's a very long, and then just a nod, and
A very long what?
a very long pause after the secretary says that,
Mhm.
and then just a nod, turn around and walk out of the room.
Okay.
Just like almost gonna reply, and then it's like, nope.
Okay. I'm going to put you guys back aboard the Dauntless. Oops. Let's get that off the screen, though. Sorry, I should have done this little bit of setup beforehand.
No worries.
It's alright.
There we go. Okay, so everyone is back aboard. Dauntless, this is DS9 Control. Please respond.
Dauntless here.
Dauntless, Captain Kurland is asking all ships to undock from DS9 as soon as possible.
Will do.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys release the moorings and get Dauntless some distance from the station. As you do this, you notice the station's shields come up. And that station keeping thrusters also light up. Let me see. I'm going to have Catalea do a roll here. If someone would like to roll sensor science for the Dauntless, I'm going to make this difficulty 1.
I can do that.
Damn, Catalea.
Smart dolphin.
I'm actually going to... Smart ship. That was... And I was just about to say, I'm going to give Catalea a 4th success on that one, because her warp field dynamics focus would have applied here. So that's 6 successes on that roll.
Wow.
Nice.
Very nice.
Catalea reports that there's a subspace field going up over DS9 as the station keeping thrusters light up, and as you guys watch, DS9 starts moving in the direction of Bajor at what appears to be full impulse.
That doesn't happen very often, does it?
No, I think the last time the stations moved like that was when the wormhole was discovered.
There's a certain amount of tension in Jonas's voice. Bejor was once home.
Yep.
He's nervous. Given it was probably before any of you were alive, but still.
Well, if we have anything to do with it, we can help it. It'll still be home.
Hopefully. Captain.
Yes.
If we don't manage to willingly convince the Admiral to come aboard, are our Briggs able to handle a Zinkethi prisoner?
Yeah.
Captain.
Yes, 19.
Could you explain the parameters of what exactly is?
Well, I'm going to disclose what happened in the meeting.
Nice against orders. Classic beyond.
So it's like we're going to be going on this mission as a crew anyway. Like,
That seems rather. I suppose the word I could use is foolish.
yeah,
If
I thought the same, but at the same time, I see where it's coming from. I don't agree with it, but I see where it's coming from.
I clearly do not. If you are attempting to befriend or gain alliance with the Zenkethi, attacking them and eradicating their attempts to both defend themselves and prevent further spread of this Dranzuli threat seems counterintuitive.
Yeah, that was my thought precisely. But Starfleet seems to believe, the Federation and the Alliance seem to believe that we have exhausted all diplomatic options. And this is what we're left with.
With all due respect, that seems wrong.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels that way.
The idea of not disseminating information, while I understand the idea of panic, seems also rather foolish. I don't know what this Herc threat is, but if it is connected in some sort of historical manner to these Dranzuli, then any information is pertinent.
Captain.
Yes, Jonas.
Do we have any tactical information on the Zenkethi warships and fighting patterns?
I would think so.
I would like to take some time before we have to leave in order to go over those. If we have to fight, we at least might as well be as prepared as possible.
Agreed. I've already tasked Gianna with that. And the Makos as well. Gunny and the Makos.
Okay, so
What?
For you guys' information, if you go down um, to the NPC ships, you should see the Zenkethi ships down there.
Yes.
Um, what you know is going to be in the system is a Zenkethi dreadnought. Any information beyond that on what ships are in the system was unclear. It seemed like they could have one or two battle cruisers flanked with a couple of frigate escorts.
And the admiral will be in the dreadnought.
Correct.
The last time we fought them, or they targeted us, did we scan them at all to get like a sense of what their capability?
What are you asking for in terms of capabilities?
I'm trying to think if there's a way we could, I don't know, give ourselves any kind of an advantage in the upcoming battle if there is.
Okay, so from what Dauntless has recovered on Zenkethi ships and tactics, you know that the Zenkethi shields are slightly weaker in their forward arc, in order to accommodate the weapons fire that they can put forward from that forward firing arc.
All right, so if we had to, probably the best place to, at least if we don't want to kill, would probably be to target the forward area of the ship and take out their weapons.
Punch them in the face.
Let's play chicken with a dreadnought. Seems like fun.
I mean, to be fair, Dauntless is basically a dreadnought itself.
Don't you put that curse on us.
Can Jonas try and listen like to Bajor, like the general area of Bajor? He kind of can't help himself though. He kind of wants to do that.
Are you listening for anything specifically?
Not specifically. He just wants to get like I completely lost what I was
Just
going to
kind
say.
of get a feel for how people are feeling
Yeah.
down there.
Basically.
Okay. Yeah. Give me an insight. Let's see. I know it'll be insight in something. Let me think. Hang on.
It's been command before, but this might not be command.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Let's go with insight science on this one.
Okay.
No focus though. Difficulty 1.
Oh.
You got it.
You did it.
That says command, but it's supposed to be science.
Look, you did it with command. Just go with.
Well, it also says your command is 4, and we know that's wrong.
That is wrong. I'm on the correct character sheet.
You're not on your mirror character sheet, are you?
No. I'm on my other one. My the prime Jonas.
You still would have got it because your target would have been 11 and you rolled a 10.
No, I think you're okay. I think you are on your mirror character, actually.
Yeah, because he had 4 command.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not. I have like family is not always dictated by blood. I am the calm in the
Oh,
storm.
weird.
Yeah, I'm not on my mirror universe.
You know what? Hang on. It might have just be finicky with that. I wonder if it's doing that because the two characters are named the same. Hang on, let me try something.
Okay.
Rename the other one to like Mirror Jonas.
Basically, yes. There we go. Okay, now that we're done fiddling with that.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. It wasn't your fault.
Regardless, he got a success.
Exactly. What you pick up from Bajor is a sense of determination and also faith. A lot of, like, an outpouring of faith, prayers to the prophets, that sort of thing. Bajor has been through some shit. Bajorans have been through some shit, and
Oh yeah, he
their
knows that.
culture has a long memory. And you get the feeling that, generally speaking, people on Bajor believe we got through the Cardassian occupation, we'll get through this.
That is probably about the best thing he could have felt right then and there. He needed that.
Yeah.
Because Bajor will always be like his original home.
Oh. Is Sisram on the bridge?
Yes, he's actually at the security station.
I'm gonna move over to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to just kind of stare at him for a in that awkward Borg way.
Stare at him for what? You broke up there.
Just stare at him in that awkward Borg way.
He just kind of stares back in a very reptilian sense. Like that way of where you're not sure if you're being, like, studied or viewed as prey.
Mm-hmm. You have knowledge of this Herc.
Second-hand knowledge, yes.
It seems it would be pertinent to share.
The Herc are the only species known to have ever conquered the Klingons. 2,000 years ago, the Klingons fought against the Herc, and for a time, lost. They eventually threw off the Herc, however, and gained warp drive technology in the process.
What is your read on all of this, Sisram?
He pauses for a moment. As much as I dislike not sharing this information, I suspect that Drake is correct. The Klingons would not necessarily react favorably to the knowledge that the Herc have returned.
No, I agree with not sharing it right now, but also this course of action by Starfleet doesn't feel right either. I'll be in my ready room. There's someone I need to consult.
In exchange for the information, I'm going to give Sisram the physical parameters of Zenkethi so that he knows how to hit them in the.
I appreciate this. Zenkethi seem like they would be formidable in hand-to-hand combat. I would look forward to the challenge.
Well, it is better when you have the upper hand. If you hit them here and here, it is much more likely to incapacitate them quickly, though not painlessly.
Duly noted.
And I go back to my station.
Okay. So, Bianca, you are in your ready room.
And she's going to sit at her desk, close her eyes, and just start breathing rhythmically. And she's going to reach out with her mind.
Okay. Need I guess whom you are attempting to reach out to?
I don't think you do.
Okay. Give me a presence command roll.
Okay?
I'm going to make the difficulty here 2.
Alright, can I take a momentum, y'all?
Go for it.
Go for it.
Would my focus and composure apply?
I'll give it to you here, yeah.
Okay.
Nicely done. Got your momentum back. Okay. You start your meditation, and after a few moments, the ready room just kind of slips away from you. And you feel the touch of your Imzadi's mind.
I just kind of I just think of one thing over and over again, which is, what would you do?
Try not to die.
I mean, obviously.
You pick up a hint of a smirk in the mental voice of Varek Santiago.
Well, I would certainly hope so.
Do you have any favors you can call in?
Not that I know of. It's just whatever this is, it doesn't feel right.
I'll tell you something, Ashaya. War never feels right.
I feel like we should be working with them, not waltzing into their home system and wrecking their capability to fight.
I wish I were closer and knew what was going on with these Zenkethi. Well, fighting the Federation in the face of I guess the question is, who would they rather fight?
Who would they what?
Who would they rather fight? Like, they have to know they can't fight the entire alliance and this enemy that is on their
Oh
doorstep.
no. Okay. You're just breaking.
Yeah, let me see if I can't do something about that. I can't do something about that. Okay, sorry guys.
Yeah, but apparently all the diplomatic inroads we've been trying to make have not panned out. If they've been made at all. I don't even know.
Well, my best advice then is never start a fight. But if you find yourself in one, always finish it.
Will do.
And there may not be much I can do from here, but maybe there's a favor I can call in.
What kind of favor?
I don't know yet.
Maybe get someone to look the other way when I do what I'm thinking of doing? Which is disobeying my orders? Because what I'm thinking about doing is taking Dauntless straight to the... straight there before the other fleets arrive. And trying to stop this before it starts. But then again, having Dauntless kind of is like having the Federation flag on a 100-foot pole.
And it's especially problematic if you're the bait.
I'm not trying to be the bait. I'm trying to see if I can talk some sense into all of this.
But isn't that what Starfleet's sending you in to be?
No, they're sending me in to punch someone in the nose.
While their other ships punch the Zenkethi shipyards in the rear.
But why do we need to do that? Like, we don't. None of this needs to happen. We can work together to stop the Transuli. There's got to be a way to make them see that.
I'd be there with you if I could.
Well, I've made my decision. Let's hope it doesn't get me tossed out on my ass.
One of the responsibilities of rank is that sometimes you have to do what's right, even though it might put your rank at risk. Because if you're afraid to do what's right, then what's the point of wearing the rank?
Exactly.
I have faith in you, Ashaya.
Thanks. I guess that's what I needed to hear most of all. Take care of yourself, Zadie.
You too.
And Bianca breaks the connection.
Open your eyes to the stark light of your ready room and take a couple of seconds to blink and let reality kind of refocus around you.
Please know that I love that this is happening while we have a JAG officer on board.
There's a beep from the door to your ready.
Come in.
Jonas walks into your ready room with a thoughtful expression on his face, also mixed with...
What's on your mind?
Captain, I had an idea while I was going over what we know about the Zenkepi Dreadnought.
Yeah.
While I think it's a good idea to be prepared for battle, and I know that our standing orders are to go there, get into a fight, destroy their shipyards and capabilities of creating more ships, I don't necessarily know if I believe we should do that.
We're not going to.
We're not.
No, we're not.
I'm 100% behind this idea. What can I do to...
Get us there before the first fleet.
I can do that. And if you need help convincing the Admiral of anything, I believe I can help with that as well.
I need that.
Of course,
I'm putting a lot on my ability to talk down a situation. I've done it a few times. But
you have.
this would probably be the biggest thing I've ever talked down.
Well, if anyone can do it, Captain, I'm sure it can be you.
Oh, I sure hope your faith in me is not misplaced.
I don't think it is, Captain. I'll be at my station if you need me, Captain. And Jonas will leave and return to the helm.
Okay.
Set a course, Mr. Carden.
Actually,
Captain.
I'm going to spend 2 threat. And Bianca, when you come back out onto the bridge, Admiral Toshake is sitting in the chair to your right hand.
Ah, oh, damn it.
She doesn't appear to be paying attention to anything on the view screen. She's actually working some controls. It looks like she's corresponding with the command center that's on the Dauntless.
How are you doing, Admiral?
She just looks up with an eyebrow raised. I am ready to begin the mission when you are, Commander.
All right. Our course, Mr. Carden, as discussed.
Hi, Captain.
All right. Oop, did I just exit myself out? Hang on. Let me go back in.
You did.
I must have hit the back button on my mouse or something. Sorry about that, guys.
Knowing whether or not that the rest of the fleet would be using warp, would it make more sense to go with slipstream in this point, or just go at a higher warp than the rest of everyone else would be using?
Well, if we go to slipstream, Tashake is definitely going to notice.
Okay.
Okay, so a couple things that I will note. I'm going to switch. I'm going to look at this tactical map here for a second. Ship is this? Okay. The forward elements of that fleet are slipstream capable.
Are they going to be proceeding at slipstream?
That wasn't discussed in the briefing, but Tashake might know.
And so Bianca's going to turn to Tashake and she's going to be like, she's just going to ask very much, casually, like, what speed should we set, to arrive at the right time?
Proceed at slipstream velocities, Commander. We should arrive approximately 1 minute behind the lead elements of the fleet.
Understood. And I look at Jonas.
Okay, knowing how to use the slipstream, is there any way to arrive ahead of the rest of the people using slipstream?
Possibly. However, for that to happen, here's what I'm going to say you're going to have to do. Either the difficulty will increase, or you'll have to collaborate with Dash down in engineering.
Am I able to send like text-based messages from my console to engineering?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I do this without getting caught?
Basically. Do I want to try and roll it or collaborate?
We still do have 2 floating momentum from that roll that Catalea did.
Oh, I thought that would have just vanished by now.
No.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, if you'd used it on the roll, that would have been one thing, but
we can still use 2 momentum to create an advantage. I mean, we've got 6.
And if we really need to, I don't mind burning my determination, though I kind of want to save that for convincing the Admiral Zenkethi to do stuff.
Yeah, no, we can burn some momentum just to. I want to create an advantage that basically keeps Tashake in the dark.
okay. If you can give me some plan for how you guys would do that, like basically have her not paying attention when Jonas sends the message, or...
How far away are the chairs from Helm Station?
A good 3 meters. And there's a fair chance Tashake won't be paying attention. Especially if you create 2 momentum or spend 2 momentum to create that advantage.
Okay, so if we use the 2 momentum to create an advantage to where the captain is distracting Tanae with battle strategies of possibly going over to Shake, sorry. going over battle strategies with dealing with the dreadnought or other forces or structural weak points in blowing up their facilities. I could use that as cover for sending a text-based message to engineering.
I mean, you wouldn't even need to be that involved with it. For the 2 momentum, I'm willing to say that Tashake is coordinating battle plans, monitoring the fleet status, and not paying attention to you using the console.
Okay.
Like, there will be no... For that 2 momentum, there will not be a chance that she basically catches you.
Okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and spend that 2 momentum.
Okay. And what are you texting to engineering?
Dash. I believe that's who you said I would need to correspond with.
Uh-huh. What are you sending to him?
I'm sure Jonas would know how to work this better than I would. About needing enough power or energy in order to get us into Slipstream and arrive faster than the rest of the fleet would.
Okay. Okay, yeah. You've got the gist of it. I think you're right. Your character would know how to phrase that.
He would probably know how much more power he would need.
Who would? Jonas?
No, Jonas would probably know.
For a reason engineering role, I would say yes.
Okay, yeah, I will do a reason engineering.
Although, as con officer, you can use your con instead of engineering on that role if it has to do with systems.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
So yeah, let's do reason con. Difficulty here is going to be 2.
Take a momentum, I do.
And your helm operations focus applies here.
Okay. I will take a momentum.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
I do have cautious, so I can re-roll that 0 if you guys want me to.
No, you got the difficulty.
And you got the momentum back. Okay, he says, acknowledged, on your head be it.
And Jonas will send back a smiley face.
Winky face!
He will take full blame for this.
All right.
Oops, my hand slipped.
Which in turn Bianca is going to take full blame for because she knows.
Yep. All
like,
right.
We don't even have to arrive like a lot quicker. We just need to arrive before that.
Right.
All right. So I get the power I need, and what do I need to roll to go to sleep?
You'll need a control con roll. The difficulty is going to be 3. Dash is going to assist with control engineering, and the Dauntless can assist with structure con.
And I'm assuming helm operations will come into apply.
Yes.
May I take a dice, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Helm operations, control con, 3 dice.
Okay, there's 3. Plus 1 from Dash. And 1 from the ship.
Nice.
Okay. And with... Yeah, you plot the course, and... Dauntless seamlessly seamlessly slides into Slipstream. Wow, that's a mouthful, but I managed it.
That is. Try saying that 7 times. What was that, Captain?
Oh, just telling Dawn, nice alliteration there.
Thanks.
No.
And how long is it going to take before we come out of Slipstream?
I'm going to say about 12 minutes.
Because I want to make sure that Tashake is well distracted in the CIC and does not override me when we arrive. Like, I want there to be some sort of, like, convenient thing that keeps her there and allows me my 2 minutes to talk.
I mean, I'm really good at engineering. I could make something happen.
I don't think you could do it from the bridge.
No,
that,
probably not.
Yeah, either that or when she's surprised that we came out of Slipstream early, what I can do is I can be like, look, I've got this. Oops. Look at what happened. I've got this. Everybody
Cool as a cucumber. Don't worry, we'll work with it. We roll with it. That's how we do. We're Star.
Commander.
That has a null discipline.
I know. I'm not sure why, but it's it's okay. Commander, a word.
And Bianca just leans over. Admiral?
While I admire your crew's proficiency and efficiency, Dauntless current velocity will bring it into the Zenketh system approximately 1 minute 35 seconds ahead of the rest of the fleet.
Are you questioning my officer's competence?
You just get a cold Vulcan stare. Commander, at this velocity, Dauntless will be the singular target for the entire Zenkethi fleet. Give me a presence command roll. Difficulty is going to be 1, but this is going to be contested by Tashake's reason command.
Okay. I'm going to take 3. I'm going to take 3 momentum.
Go for it.
I'm going to use my composure focus.
Okay. I'm not yet looking at the results, so don't tell me what it is. But Tashake is going to call on a value. Emotion in a crisis only makes things worse.
Damn it.
Yep.
Commander, this is your intention. Explain.
I'm actually going to explain my reasoning to her. I'm going to try and persuade her that the plant that
Wow,
the
she got 6 successes on that.
what?
She got 6 successes.
What?
Tashake
Yeah,
got
because-
6 successes. That's a natural 1 and a natural 4. Because it
Yeah,
didn't roll right.
but all discipline didn't count.
Okay, gotcha.
But anyways, no, as if she were trying to convince Valric of the same, she's going to explain why the current plan is illogical. And why she should be given the chance to try and absolve the conflict altogether.
Commander, Starfleet diplomats have been attempting to negotiate with the Zenkethi since the beginning of this conflict, to no avail. Why do you
mentioned the
why,
birds.
why do you believe you can succeed where they have not?
Because they didn't understand, those diplomats, they didn't understand where the Zenkethi were coming from. I do. I have seen what they've seen. I understand what they fear. I don't agree with their methods, obviously. But I know what they fear. And I fear it too. And this, and Bianca just kind of gestures around, is a waste of resources. It's a waste of a potential ally in the face of a threat this galaxy has only ever seen once before. And it dominated the Klingon Empire. It's not logical to cripple the Zenkethi when they could be useful to us.
Let me have you make another presence command roll.
Mm-hmm.
This will not be contested, but the difficulty is going to be 3.
Okay, I'm going to take
Actually, I take that back. The difficulty, we'll just say that this will potentially help bolster your argument. This will kind of measure how well your argument has gone over. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Not entirely, because your role playing is still good, but roll with me here. No pun intended.
Okay, I'm gonna take a die. I'm gonna take an extra die.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my diplomacy focus.
Yep.
And can I use my cold reading talent?
Remind me what that one does?
I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
It's only for information gathering.
Oh, is it for only information gathering?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I do have cautious command.
That'll work. Obviously. Let me look at your character sheet real quick too. What does your empath talent do for you? Does that just give you the ability to read emotions?
Yeah, it just gives me the ability to read emotions. I don't have to roll for it.
Okay. Okay.
Which is why I'm always telling you, don't make me roll for that.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Yay!
I'm going to give you guys 2 momentum for that roll.
Yay!
All right. You don't. Tashake's facial expression never changes, but emotionally, you can pick up where some of your arguments have obviously made an impact, where you have made some persuasive points. Uh, Nonetheless, Tashake says, you understand that technically you are violating your orders and could be relieved of command for doing so.
It would be a small price to pay.
Indeed, it would. Carry on with your plan, Commander, and good luck.
Bianca just does that very curt nod and relaxes back into her chair.
In a different universe, on a different timeline, close to DS9, there's a Cation that's just. It was just an engineering glitch. How is that your fault?
Jonas is just gonna look back over his shoulder.
The hardest part is I'm not sure if that Cation would be Katheris or Masaka. Because could be both.
Porque no los dos. Yeah, Bianca just kind of raises an eyebrow at Jonas and then looks straight back at the view screen.
Jonas will go back to reading his readouts, making sure that no one shoots them with a beam that pulls them out of slipstream.
Bianca, is there a way that I can like create an advantage or something to compose myself?
What are you looking to do?
I don't know. Just kind of, I don't think I really need that, because when I'm making my argument to the Zenkethi, I can have Jonas basically say exactly what they want to hear.
Yes, let me use this ability more. All the free D20.
Tell you what.
I was gonna make a bad joke about 19 giving you something to calm your nerves, but it's okay.
A nerve tonic. Hot, sour, stemmed glass. Sorry, Star Trek Online joke there. All right. Do you guys have anything else that you want to do before you arrive in Zenkethi space?
Not that I can think of.
I'm going to have Jonas come up into the other chair beside me.
Oh, okay. I will move up into the chair to the left of the captain.
Okay.
I'm assuming random con officer takes over my station.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I mean, you can also just control it from the chair.
Yeah, you can con from the chair too.
Oh, I did not know that. I will con from the chair then.
Okay, that also works. All right, I'm dropping you guys into the Zenkethi space in 5, 4, 3.
Hail them.
Oh, that's a lot of.
Hail them.
Who does the hailing? I forget whose job.
It would be ops. It's an NPC.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Technically, you could do it.
I'll open up a hailing frequency.
Okay. Hailing frequencies are open.
Zenkethy Fleet, this is Commander Bianca West of the USS Dauntless. I am here to talk. There is a fleet behind me, only a few minutes away. But I don't speak for them. I have seen the Dranzuli and what they're capable of. I'm willing to talk.
There's no response on screen. However, over the radio or over an audio channel, if that is true, recall your fleet and leave Zenkethy space at once.
I will stop my fleet. But I need to talk to Admiral what's-his-face.
Zenferic.
To Admiral Zenferic himself.
Alrighty. Stand by.
And I'm going to give the order to the other ships to stop. Just stop where they are.
As safely as possible.
Yes, coming directly out of Slipstream is not that safe like that.
All stop.
Just pull the emergency brake, explode.
Right? That's how you end up with your helmet in the view screen or a console.
That's how you end up with your atoms spread across the quadrant.
Yep.
That too, yes. Give me just a moment here, guys.
Also, the entire time, this whole mission is just fuck Drake.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Bianca's
Like,
giving her,
Jonas doesn't even
both
know
her
who
middle
he
fingers
is.
to Drake right now. Like, that's how Bianca do right now.
Jonas doesn't even know who Drake is, but he doesn't even like Drake, and Jonas kind of likes everyone.
Just looks at Drake. No, bad man.
Exactly. I don't even need to read the universe. I
Right,
just
yeah.
know that that man is not good.
Alright, so the bridge of a Zenkethy warship, the Zenkethy Dreadnought comes on screen with the Zenkethy you know as Zenferic also on the screen. Dauntless, give me one reason why I shouldn't blow your ship out of space.
A single word.
Basically, I'm going to spew back the arguments that I made to Shake. And, say that, I might not agree with how they've gone about trying to eradicate the Dranzuli, but we should be working together. We shouldn't be fighting against each other. And this operation to destroy their shipyards and supply lines is counterintuitive given the threat that they both face. And I'm going to try and convince them of this by rolling Presence Command and And using one of my values, trust your instincts, because I'm going purely based on instinct here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna buy an extra die.
Okay. Just so you know, the Zenferic will be contesting the roll, also with Presence Command. Also,
Okay.
also calling on a determination. Calling on a value.
Should I spend the next 2 momentum to get another die to roll?
I mean, Jonas can assist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ken,
Okay,
is
so
it possible
before you make that roll, then let's have Jonas do this. Actually, I will say that Jonas can assist.
Jonas can assist? Is that what you said?
Yes. I will say that Jonas can assist with Presence Command. Actually, no, with Insight Command.
Okay, one moment, reading my...
But I'm gonna need Jonas as a backup just in case this roll fails.
Okay, I won't use my determination then. I will...
Yeah, when you're assisting, you can't.
Oh, okay, so then I will just do the regular stuff then. None of my focuses apply.
Let me check your focuses.
Master navigation, evasive actions. Yeah, I really need a new focus for doing listener stuff.
Okay. And my diplomacy focus applies?
Absolutely, yes.
Alright, you said Insight Command?
Yes. Insight Command for you, Presence Command for Bianca. Night, sweetie.
Nobody let me forget that I have cautious command, so I can reroll stuff.
Alright, will do. Is that one dice or multitude of dice?
It is one die for an assist.
Okay. Oh no, I meant for her re-rolling.
For re-rolling for cautious, it's one die.
Okay.
Okay. Why does it keep doing that?
You have to double click sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it! I actually got it!
And you also get +2 because of determination.
Yep.
4, 6, 7.
I rolled a 2!
You guys are maxed on momentum. And Zenferic says, "You have destroyed several of our ships, cost hundreds of Zenkethi lives. But if you have seen the Dranzuli and you know what they're capable of, then perhaps we do not need to fight." However, as a show of good faith, lower your shields.
To what end?
Because I still don't entirely trust you, Dauntless.
I make eye contact with Sistram over my shoulder and I just nod curtly.
Commander?
Can I ask you to do the same?
Done. So what do you propose?
I propose you come back with me to the Federation. And we make a game plan. Do you realize how much Shiana would be losing her shit right now?
Right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just thinking about.
You want me to leave my post over Zenketh and come with you to Federation territory while we are at war? That is a task too far. If
I'm
we are
just-
to
I'm gonna
if
kinda,
we are
like,
to
elbow
convene a game
Jonas.
plan, it will be here or not at all.
I'm gonna kind of elbow Jonas.
I would like to listen to the admiral.
Okay. Let me see.
I mean, he is willing to talk. We just have to come out here. That's not that.
It's not, but
Okay.
Jonas is also. Sorry, go ahead.
This will be another insight command for you. It's difficulty 1. You'll get the bonus d20, but it will be opposed.
Okay.
Take another momentum if you want to.
Yeah, we filled up. I'll definitely take another momentum.
Rolling 4 dice.
Burn a threat. Give him an extra die here.
Can Bianca assist?
No. He's trying to listen to Zenferic.
Okay. Oh!
I do have cautious, so I can re-roll that
No,
complication.
you don't have cautious command, do you?
Oh, no, I don't. No, that's cautious con. Damn it. I can burn a determination.
Or spend 2 momentum to just eliminate the complication.
Or reroll.
Yeah, spend the momentum to reroll.
Is that everything, or do I just pick the 2 dice and re-roll it?
You get 1 die
It's
on a
just
reroll.
one.
All right, I'll re-roll the complication.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Uh,
I mean, it was difficulty 2, wasn't it?
it was contested. Difficulty 1.
Oh.
And he rolled 3 successes. So, you do get the feeling that he's got a very strong sense of duty. Plus, he knows that if he were to simply up and leave, he would not be welcome back. Like, that would be it for him, for his career, and quite possibly his life.
All right.
All right. We meet you here.
I will lean over and whisper this to the captain.
All right. Then we will meet you here. But we have to be welcomed civilly, of course.
We can speak over this channel. Commander, I understand you would not want to put yourself at risk by coming aboard my ship any more than I would want to put myself at risk.
I would be willing to come aboard your ship if that was your terms.
Jonas will look at the captain.
Sisram is shaking his head vigorously at this.
Shiana is having a horrible nightmare at this moment.
Right?
Jonas would look at the captain and nod as if suggesting that he would also go with her.
'19 is just realizing there's no cure for stupid.
How is the Admiral taking all of this? To shake, I mean.
Yeah, what's the Shake doing?
Tashakib's observing. She's letting this play out.
Okay. But yeah, if the captain goes over, Jonas will follow.
Even if it means a trans.
Yep, even if it means transporting, he'll go.
I mean, obviously she'll want Gunny to go with her, but we'll cross that bridge if we come to it. And I just kind of, like, Bianca just kind of turns to shake, and she just is like, looks like they're open to a military alliance, Admiral.
They have indicated they are willing to have a dialogue, Commander. We are still a long way from alliance.
At least it's a step in the right direction.
I propose a ceasefire. So that we can sit down and talk and figure out terms.
I need to confer with my government.
As I need to confer with mine.
I will hail you when I've received word.
Understood.
And this view screen goes switches back to the planet.
Bianca just kind of like leans back in her chair and like sinks in it a little bit.
Jonas is gonna glance at the captain and be like, does it always feel so heavy sitting in these chairs?
You have no idea. You kind of get used to it though. Not gonna lie.
I see. I will say it's much comfier than the helm officer's chair.
Depends on what you define as comfy.
The cushion, it's much nicer than in my chair.
Yeah, I guess there is that. And so we wait.
Indeed. In kind of a mirror scenario of when the Enterprise was facing off against the Scimitar. It's almost the same situation here, but with a lot more ships in play. Fact. Oh, I don't have them. Actually.
Zenfuric and Bianca at Zenka.
Actually, I can make a map real quick. Give me a moment. Because I want to visually set this up for you guys. It's kind of cool.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back in the base.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's a Zenkethi fleet that is steadily heading for Bajor and has been lobbing protomatter torpedoes at several planets on the way there.
Yep.
Oh, geez. Please don't hit Bajor with that. Jonas needs no more sad things.
Bajor doesn't have germanium. It's fine.
Oh, I don't have a Zenkethi ship set up here, do I? Damn it. Okay, well, it was worth a try.
We called off our attack dogs. They should call off theirs.
This is their home system defense fleet.
No, I meant the ships hurtling towards Bajor.
Oh.
I think that's what we call the ceasefire for.
Yeah, now we're just waiting, basically.
Oh, let me see how persuasive this commander can be.
Captain, I must say it is refreshing to see the touted Starfleet diplomacy in action.
It's pretty stressful, isn't it?
I am uncertain as how to talking from one individual to another can be seen as stressful.
Well, it can be when they've got more guns than you do.
In that instance, I suppose the right words are what matter.
The right word.
So we have a saying on Earth. The pen is mightier than the sword. I'm really banking on that right now.
But there's you can see the process buffer almost happen.
Jonas will take the time during the downtime to explain what that means.
Just attempting to explain idiom.
You're being hailed.
On screen.
Dauntless, this is Zen Farrak. I have communicated your desire for a ceasefire to my government. Your request has been denied.
Cool.
Additionally, they have issued a directive. You will leave the Zenkethi system space, or we will open fire. I am spending 2 threat.
Who do I need to talk to?
There is no one you can talk to. This decision has been made. Let's see something real quick. Hang on, guys. Jonas, give me a reason science roll. Difficulty 1.
Okay.
And Dauntless will assist with sensor science.
Why is Jonas rolling this and not
Because
To-
because well, 2 reasons. 1, Jonas has a pretty good reason science, and number 2, I want one of the players to make this roll.
that's fair.
do any of my focuses come into apply?
Let me check. No.
Okay, what's the difficulty?
1.
Okay, 1.
And you'll have an assist from the Dauntless.
Okay, how much momentum do we have right now?
3?
Oh, there it is. It was like it vanished from my screen. I was
Yeah,
like, wait
sorry,
a minute.
I must have closed it.
That's fine. Does everybody mind if I take a momentum? Um, should I burn a value just in case?
For difficulty 1 roll.
I don't know. I'm really, really nervous right now. No, I'll just go.
Okay, and who's got it for Dauntless?
2 successes for Dauntless.
2 from
Nice.
me. We get 3
3.
momentum.
Yeah. 3 new ships are in the system. Starfleet.
Tell them to hold fire. We will withdraw from the system if you withdraw your ships from their course to Bayshore.
Commander, I have no authority to recall those ships, and my government will not.
And I don't have the authority. I look over to Shake. And what makes you think I have the authority here?
A moment ago, you were
I'm
offering
doing
a
this because
ceasefire on behalf of Starfleet. Did you not have authority to do that? Was this an elaborate ruse?
Starfleet will not fight if it doesn't have to. If you keep towards Bajor, you give us reason to.
If you are so concerned about the fleet approaching Bajor, then go back to Bajor and leave our space.
I came here hoping to have a dialogue, but I see that that's not possible. I thought that me showing in good faith that giving you some sort of warning of this attack would lend some sort of credence, but apparently that doesn't mean anything to your government.
The Admiral turns to the side. This was a ruse. You have ships incoming on our shipyards.
I
And
told
you've
them
been
to
using.
stop. I told them to stop, Don.
That's what I just spent the last two of my threat to have them brought in.
Okay, yeah, but I told them to stop.
They haven't opened fire.
Okay. They haven't opened fire. And they won't.
So we're supposed to let your ship sit in our space like a sword against our necks?
Unless you call off the ships at Bajor. Unless you can convince your government that a ceasefire is a good idea.
Stand by. And he closes the channel.
Can Jonas try and read Zenketh?
Like trying to read the government officials, basically?
Yeah, he wants to try and get that sense of why they're not allowing for a ceasefire.
Because they're fucking terrified?
Go ahead and make the roll. I'm going to make this a flat difficulty 2.
Okay. Insight command.
Yes.
I don't get my extra dice from my listener value, do I?
Not here, no.
Okay. I would like to spend a momentum to get an extra dice then.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Nope.
That sucks.
Sad trombone.
Captain, I believe you are walking against a
If it's just the fact that they're scared of what the Dransuli represent, they have to know fighting on a unified front would be much better than fighting 3 different wars at once.
They likely see the Federation as unwilling to pull the trigger.
Pull the what?
The trigger. You did leave an entire planet full of them alive, Captain. I am afraid that I'm a bit more partial to the Zenkethi's ideology and but I hope for your sake that they agree to your terms.
We shall see.
If there's anything I can say to help convince them, Captain, I will do my best.
Perhaps ask them why they are so afraid of the Dransuli. There is clearly a history that we are missing.
Dauntless is being hailed.
On screen.
Dauntless. I respect your attempt to stop this path of violence before we must walk it. my government leaves me with no alternative. If your ships do not leave Sankethi space, we must, and we will, defend ourselves.
Then you leave me no choice than to carry out my orders.
It seems neither of us has a good choice today, Commander.
It appears not.
He closes the channel. The dreadnought raises its shields.
Oh, I was gonna try and do something before they raise their shields. Damn it!
And we're going to take a quick break.
Oh, we should just leave. We should just go.
Oh God.
We should just leave.
Well, we have all the ships here.
Maybe we can just disable their ships instead of destroying them. Jeez, we were so close.
I know.
I don't know if we were.
You guys were. And unfortunately, like, that admiral does not have the authority to negotiate on behalf of the entire Zenkethi coalition. Which is basically what you guys ran into there.
Gosh, I wonder if there's any way to get like a message down to their high command or whatever it's called.
So close, so close, so close.
I've actually got to go to bed here soon.
Oh no.
Yeah, like I've got to up at 5 in the morning.
Oh god, that's right. You work tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I can't go late.
Then why don't we just leave it as a cliffhanger?
We could do that. You guys want to do that?
I mean, my stomach is in knots, but sure.
That's how you know it's a good cliffhanger.
Sorry.
19, just sitting here like, you know what would solve our problem? An accurately placed. Oh look, you're in charge of the government now.
I'm seriously thinking I should have spent my determination to re-roll on my dice.
I know. I'm not sure it would have helped.
Yeah, that's actually really true, especially if this admiral has no ability to parlay on behalf of his government.
Which would have been nice to know, but that's fine. I mean, technically, I have no authority to parlay on behalf of the Federation, so...
Right, but the Federation defaults toward peace. Like, if you had managed something, they would have backed your play.
But I didn't manage anything, so I've got to salvage what I can.
I was gonna try, like, right before, like, as they were having the conversation, I was, like, literally about to say, hey, while this is happening, can I try and get a lock on him and beam him out of the fucking jet? And then you're like, and their shields are up, and I was like, God damn it!
Well...
No, no, no. We do not eat Jasmine's food.
Oh, bad, Riker.
We do not eat Jasmine's food.
But it's yummy.
But it's Nami, and I want it.